Hello YouTube, and welcome back to my channel, a channel about nothing and a channel about everything. So, back to a decent camera. That's my studio setup that I had set up for the live stream. As you can see, a shitty little webcam over there on the computer and a light pointing at my face to lighten things up a bit. So, here we go. I'm going to give you my take. Okay, I'm going to give you my take on what I found about the live streaming. Basically, the live streaming I think is a great concept. I wanted to try these two pieces of software that the younger generation are using, because I look at their live stream and their game captures. Oh, I got the hiccups now, pardon me. I look at their live streams and the game captures they're doing, and they're doing a sensational job, and there's no reason why the older people can't do it. And I'm just basically showing another avenue, maybe if people wanted to do it this way. So before I jump to the computer, I had a lady, one of my subscribers, she commented on XSplit Broadcaster, and I'm going to recommend her this video. This will be for her, so she can have a look, because I believe that she's... Look, men, you know, it's probably true what women say about men. They can only do one thing at a time, as women can multitask a lot easier. I think she'd be very good at doing this on her channel. So, a bit of a dig at the male species there. But anyway, I'm going to go to the computer now, and I'm going to grab a screen grab of what I actually did and how I set it up, and to show you that it's not actually that hard. So once again, I hope you like what I'm doing. That's it for me with these videos on the live streaming software. I believe I can now do it to a certain extent after many trials and tribulations, you could say. It's funny, you know, when you forget to push the microphone button, or your volume's too loud on one thing or another, and you'll get a comment pop up in the window when you're unable to chat, and some people are laughing and all that sort of stuff. But hey, you know, we're all here learning. It's a journey in life, and I hope you all like it and the representation of the software that I've done. And as per usual, if you like and subscribe, I'll like and subscribe back to you guys. Just a quick update on the Osmo handheld gimbal that I'm making. I've had quite a few parts come in, but not all of them, and I can't start that project until I actually get everything in, because I don't want to do something and then go off track and do something else. So thanks for watching, guys, and as always, see you on the next one. So let's take you guys for a walk through the back end of OBS Studio. So I'm going to delete everything I've created for the live stream that you have just seen. Now I'll link it somewhere in this video, and we'll start from scratch. I'll make this as quick as possible to show you that it doesn't have to be hard. So reset, and there has to be at least one scene. Alright, so one scene's your blank scene. So I've got one called reset, and I'll leave that blank and I'll show you why. The next one I'm going to make, I'll call it timer. So let's just type timer in. Now the beauty of OBS, it lets you rename your scenes. Now you can drag them down below one another, just like Photoshop layers, as I've explained before. So in timer, I would want to add a media source. So I pick a media source, and I will go to my computer, and I'm going to call this one timer. Okay, so then I would browse for the file that I downloaded from YouTube. There's timers on YouTube. That's 60-second countdown timer, open, okay. So now I've got the timer reset to that. I could transition, and it's in the screen, nice and easy. Okay, so that's my scene one, and that's how I basically started the scene. I set it on reset, and I transitioned the reset screen in. This is your live view on the right screen. This is your studio view on the right, and this is what you're about to show your people. Obviously down here you have the studio mixer. Now All good studio microphones, believe it or not, and I didn't know this myself, are actually mono. But you can when you down mix to mono, what that does is it actually spreads the sound over 2 channels. So that's not a bad option if you want to think about that. So my desktop audio, I've got that down. My microphone, if you have a look, is down as well. If I enable it now, you can see my voice going. I'll disable it, and that is it for the purpose of this experiment. I will create another scene. I'll call this, say, chat, okay, and in this chat scene, I'll add sources to it. So you create a scene and you add a source, and in this source we have the timer. I guess in the timer, when you transition over, that's what you get. But you can't really see it because of the way it is now, so you'll see what I mean when I set up the chat source. So we want to put a background in here. We'll create an image, we'll call it background. Okay. Browse for the file. It will open. I'll put these trippy blocks in. Okay. So now you get a better idea. Now you can see how big this actually is. So you can bring it up and resize it to your screen, and we've got that. Now I'm going to bring in the webcam. So plus video capture device. I'll push OK, make source visible, and here you get to select from your devices, right? I'm just going to select my Microsoft Live Cam, go bang, filthy smoke, shrink it down a bit, and there you have it. Now how to add the chat in. Because the chat window in your, what would you say, I'm going to shrink this down so you actually get to see it, because I'm only capturing so much. I'll go to YouTube. Okay, I hope you can see this. Okay, so in YouTube I would go to obviously my channel, then I would go to Video Manager. Once in there, you would go to the live streaming. Okay, once you're in the live streaming, you've got your live chat box sitting next to your live stream there. You click on these 3 little dots here and you click pop out window. See this address bar here at the top? You copy that. Copy, and you just close it. Okay, now you go to the sources on the chat that you're setting up. You add a browser source. Okay, the browser source is going to be URL, the one you just copy, you paste it, and you click OK. So your chat window, you get to resize. Now, it gives you a size there, 800 by 600. I think I had 700 by 800. Well, I'll just make it that, just for the hell of this experiment. What other options? Shut down source when not visible. Refresh browser when seen becomes active. I didn't select that. I didn't have to. Okay, so from here I made it. I just stretched it out at that size. I put it here, and that was it. I don't know if you noticed, but in your browser source, you have a section here called CSS, which is where your cascading style sheet goes. Now here's the beauty of OBS. I'll go back to the web browser. Okay, I've bookmarked this page. If anyone wants the link, maybe I could put it in there, and I'll just go to my bookmarks. In my bookmarks, I'll go down to the last chat version 2 style generator. Okay, so here we have, I'm not going to muck around with this, but as you can see, the channel names, the messages, the timestamps, background colors, anything you want. I'll just darken this a little bit. Okay, so you can see it, and you go to the bottom of the page of that address bar and you are left with the results of the CSS. It writes the cascading style sheet code for you. You grab that and you copy it. You got to love copy and paste. You can close that off, and in your browser source, overwrite all that stuff there, paste, okay, and your cascade style sheet has changed. Okay, so when you click start streaming on here, this becomes active. Okay, so basically what you've set up here is a general conversation. Okay, now let's say in the transitions that I had images there, so okay, add another image. You can add slideshows, as you might have seen by that menu, and I will click and I will add the DJI drone. Open. Okay, resize it down manually, and you can bring it into your screen, as you can see, and there you go. I'll just place it roughly there. Okay, then on top of that, if you wanted to, you could put text. Okay, and you could read, say, DJI Phantom 3 Standard. Okay, and that will be up the top here. If you notice, you just bring it out here. You can stretch that out a little bit if you like so. Okay, so that's basically a scene set up. Now you can set many scenes up as you like. So just remember, your left window here is your studio screen. Now on your right is your live view screen. So let's just go back to the timer. Let's say you transition the timer in and the timer's going off. I'm not going to let it run down to the whole 60 seconds. Then I would select the chat. So that's sitting in my studio screen, and when the timer hits 0 and you're streaming live, you just transition and hello people, welcome to the world, how are you, and all that sort of good stuff that you want to do in your live stream. Now your chat will come up and it will be live, directly linked to your web page of your YouTube live stream. So whatever people chat, you can monitor it through here. Like I said, people do have 2 monitors to do this. You know, it's your choice is yours. I'm just showing how easy this was for me. I'll give you one tip. Watch your mixer, because this is where I was, forgot to turn the microphone on. So now it's on, and now you could probably hear me through this software. So anyway, guys, I hope that, I'm just going to turn the microphone on this. Okay, I hope that this has been helpful as a guide. Like I said, I'm no pioneer of this technology. It's been around for a long time, but I've always wanted to learn it, and I thought that since I'm learning it, maybe it might benefit some of you guys to see how I did it. My recommendations overall after the testing, because like I said, this is the last of this kind of tutorial I'm doing on the broadcasting software. XSplit Broadcaster is good, it's okay, but it's a cost. It's another cost to what your hobby is, YouTube. I think it's $299 for a lifetime license and $14.99 US for a 3 monthly license, as in OBS Studio. Some people claim it's a little bit harder to use, but like I said as well, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I've just shown you how to basically do it. Pardon me for the hiccups, and once again, if you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe down the bottom, thumbs up, and if you subscribe to me, I'll subscribe to you. Cheers guys, and see you on the next one.